Welcome to another exciting episode of Top Job with me, Mwenesi Musalia. Right now, I'm here on Gong Road Arena, right across the road from Marsabit Plaza, which houses the offices of Betlion. I have been challenged by the managing director, Spencer Okach, to a game of football with his staff. Apparently, this is something that they do. Now, I mean, for those of you who may or may not know me, I only run if I'm being chased, but let's see if I still got what it takes. Come with me as we play with the MD of Betlion. Spencer,
What's up?
thank you for making me run around. That was a brilliant game.
Good, man.
Is this like your thing now, like football?
Yeah, this is what I do.
Yeah? Why? How come? How did you get started in, well, is it part of your life as an MD for Betlion?
Well, as we are still very new in Kenya,
Yeah?
most of my staff are new, so they don't know each other.
Yeah?
So we just try team build each and every day. So,
So
yeah,
this happens every day?
this happens every Wednesday.
Oh, every Wednesday?
Every Wednesday.
Okay.
So it has really helped. Performance has gone up.
Yeah.
Guys know each other. So like, I no longer get to stop everyone in the corridor because I know that's Calvin, that's Colin.
Yeah, and these guys know how to play for
Yes,
real.
yes.
So let
We're
me
a
ask you.
sports company.
Well, I guess,
Yes.
yeah, and it's convenient because your office is just across the road,
Yes,
yeah?
right.
In Marsabit Plaza.
Yes.
This is in Gong Road Arena.
Yes.
You do this every Wednesday. Now, besides that, was football something that you're always interested in doing growing up?
I wanted to be a footballer.
And then what happened?
And then I played for some time, but I had very strict parents. So we wanted me to be a mathematician or a computer scientist or a doctor. So it was a career path I could follow. So I last played football when I was in campus.
Did you want to be professional?
I wanted to be a professional
So you used to
footballer.
come, used to do practice? And
Yeah, I
all
was
those
doing the practice. I played at MISA.
And then what happened? Your parents told you go to school, do something serious with your life.
You don't have so much power. But, I pray I don't pass the same to my kids.
So let me ask you, how has football now assisted you in your, besides obviously the team building, how has it assisted you in terms of shaping who you are as a person? Tell me a little bit about growing up.
In my role,
Yeah.
quite since I started my career, it's also been a lot about decision making. And decision making the split in a split second. Because see, when you receive the ball,
Yeah.
you only have at most 2-3 seconds with the ball.
Yeah.
So it has really helped me with my decision making.
Okay.
Team playing, learning how to listen without talking. Because see, when there's a lot of noise, you cannot hear, but
It signals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's passive listening because you need to know when you receive the ball and stuff. And so I carry the same to work.
Okay.
Like when I'm doing work, I have to trust that if I pass it over to my marketing manager, my finance manager, they're going to do what is right.
You know, a lot of young people are getting into betting. Would you advocate, obviously, as the MD of a betting company, you want people to bet as much as possible. But now, if you were to give the youth an option of what to do, get involved in sports or betting, what would you advise
Get
them?
involved in sports.
I know that's a tough question.
Yeah, no, get involved in sports.
Yeah?
You know, without the sport, there's no betting.
Yeah.
So yeah, betting is entertainment. So until you have enough money to do it, please don't start it. That's what I usually advocate.
Yeah. Please don't start betting unless you have money to do it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you've certainly got the right face. I'm gonna catch my breath so that I can sit down, pour some water on my face,
Yeah.
and then we'll continue with the interview.
Good.
Apparently, we're going to play PS.
Yeah, welcome to my home.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, man.
Hi. At least for once, I was on the winning team. How much was that? Like 8-2.
8-2, yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations. The 2 goals were assisted by me, though.
Team Blue. Well, you guys have a fantastic squad.
Yeah.
Let me catch you at home.
Yeah.
While we freshen up.
See you now.
I'll see you at home, eh?
All right.
Guys, don't be like me. Exercise. Do some cardio. Do some workouts so that you're not left out of breath when you're on the pitch. But I'm going to follow Spencer now at his home to continue the second part of the interview with Spencer Okach, MD of Betlion. Keep watching Top Job. We're here in the fantastic home of Spencer Okach, MD of Betlion. He has really shown me a great time, although I'm still a little bit catching my breath from that grueling football game. We're here in his home, and obviously you know how to get along with guys. If this is what's the norm,
Yeah.
then I need to be your friend. But we're going to chat to his wife. We're going to chat to his friend, longtime friend, to understand, is he really that hospitable? Is he really that much of a team player? Or are there some hidden things that we don't know about? But before I get into that, we got the chance to catch up at your office. And you're quite a laid-back guy. I mean, I saw the way you had set up. I walked in and I didn't know whether I was in the call center because you were just sitting there. Yeah. You didn't have an office. You were just part of the team. Is that deliberate or?
It's actually deliberate. I'm a sports person. So, when you're playing football, everyone is equal. No one holds a greater role than the other.
So you're the captain or the coach?
I'm more of the captain.
You're more of the captain?
I'm in the pitch.
In the pitch with the guys?
My board of directors is the coach.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I want us to take it back to, because we had actually started talking about this. Tell me a little bit about how you were growing up to the point where now you ended up at Betlion.
I come from a very humble family.
Everybody says that.
No, it's actually quite humble. I won't lie to you.
Okay.
I was born in Dandora.
Okay, wow.
And then we moved to Kariobangi South. And then we moved to Komarok. So from Komarok, I have good recollection. Okay. Dandora and Kariobangi, those are stories. So that's why I actually say that's why I think my career started.
Your career?
Yes. Because I started playing soccer there, and I was like the king of the street.
In Komarok?
In Komarok, Sector 3A. I was number 553. Still starting strong. So, yeah, that's where I started, and went to primary school, first in Nairobi, and then at class 6, I don't know what I'd done, but they moved me to a boarding school.
With your parents?
With my parents. Once again, like, shaping me some of the things I practice to date. Like, I think at that point is where I want to say like my character really formed.
In boarding school?
In boarding school, at class 6, because this is the first time you're at a school at about 800 guys. So I have these 800 new people are going to be my friends for the next 3 years.
Is this how it is in your house all the time?
Yeah, like since my friend will tell you, like since forget all the houses I've grew up with, there's usually enough food.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's very useful.
So
now tell me something,
yes.
Spence.
Yeah.
You said that you never thought that you would end up being a betting MD or even working in this field. Right. Did you have an idea when you were in high school what you wanted to be? Did you see the path for your life?
Yes, I wanted to. I still believe that I wanted to lead a company, whether it was going to be my own or somebody else's. I wanted to lead my company, which has got me into enough trouble.
Okay. What do you mean it's gotten you into trouble?
Because see, once you have set up into doing something, you forget that you also need to follow before you get to your own.
So are you entrepreneurial?
My side hustles have not run so well, so I'll never say.
Have you ever done a hustle?
I've done a hustle. I had quite a good hustle when I was in campus.
Tell me about that a bit.
I used to be the sole supplier of all promotional materials in Strathmore University.
What are you talking about?
Like banners, posters, T-shirts.
How did you pull that off?
So I have 4 friends. We started. We wanted to go into marketing and stuff. So in short, we wanted to form our own ad agency with no experience, only from Google.
While in campus?
While in campus.
Studying marketing?
Studying marketing. And then that never materialized, the partnership never materialized. But in between, I said that I think I'd unlocked something. So the dean of students used to listen to me. He was not my friend, but he used to listen to me. So there's a day I went to him and told him, boss, I have a company that does these things.
Hold on. You had had you registered a
company?
It was
registered.
It was registered?
Yes.
When did you just walk me through this. So you joined campus.
Yes.
You started chatting with these 4 guys about setting up the business.
Yes.
And then you set it up. You had registration and everything.
Exactly.
These 4 guys decided, well, it's not for us.
2 left.
2 left.
Yes. So I stayed with the other guy, Tony. Yeah. So Tony used to be the designer.
Amazing.
And I used to go to River Road. I know it's to get the printers and stuff like that.
So you did that thing was the money good?
It was good. Like on good months, I remember there was a month I was on a run. Like in 3 months, I made a profit of about 700,000. Don't ask me where it went.
700K.
Yes.
And this was which year?
This is 2008.
And you're in uni. You're in which year of uni?
I'm in my going to my second year, going to third. Yeah.
So, my guy, you're making all that money. Why didn't you just continue after you finished campus?
That's why I say I don't think I was a very good entrepreneur. Right now, if I go, right now the business I'm doing, like I think right now I'm better because I never had the experience. I never had the leadership. Like I was making money to go partying. Until to the point it got more than enough money to party. I don't know where the money went. I have no.
So if you would look back now, before I get into now your Betlion time, if you could look back now on things that you could have done differently when you were younger, what would those be?
First, invest. Save.
So you would invest more, and what else would you do differently?
Listen. I was a very nowadays I listen more. If I listened, I still maybe. I believe because some of this, when I see some of the guys that have started after me, like that have beaten them hands down and stuff like that.
Now, before we go on break, I want you to quickly walk me through now after campus, your career path and the kind of jobs you did, if you worked for yourself or you were employed.
So I said I graduated in 2010 in marketing, which was very disappointing for my parents.
Why was it disappointing?
Because all along my parents knew I was doing finance.
What? Come on.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yes.
So they discovered, oh my goodness, we've sent this guy for the last, I don't know how many years.
For 3.5
For 3.5 years,
yes.
thinking that you're doing what?
Finance.
Finance.
Yes.
And then you graduate, they come to your graduation, I'm assuming, and they see you as collecting a degree in marketing.
Marketing, yeah. And to tell you how bad it was, marketing only had 9 students.
So there was no hiding.
Out of a class of 140.
There was no way you could hide.
So everyone could see the 9 fools.
Okay, so they took it, and then now what did you do with that degree?
So I got a job at National Media Group as an intern. So that's where it all started. So I joined as an intern. I was in the broadcast division, business, not broadcast, print.
Okay.
There was Business Daily, which I just started. And then I did the first top 40 under 40 men.
Very nice.
Yeah. And then after that, like, they told me I have so much energy for print, and they don't print, the paper does it. So they moved me to broadcast. So at that time, Nation had 2 brands. So we launched QFM and QTV.
So you were right there at the formative stage.
Formative stage.
Very exciting.
Which was very exciting because I got a lot of exposure. And then they told me, they sent me to Rwanda. In fact, I was
so you managed to do all of those things.
and then we launched KFM there.
Nice.
So that was 2 years there.
2 years at NMG, and then
2 years of my whole career from Strathmore, from my business in Strathmore, and at Nation. That's where it was all formed. To date, I still write marketing plans the same way I wrote them when I was at Nation.
Right.
And I had 2 bosses. One I thank to date.
Okay. So they were like a mentor.
I would not mention. No, he was the worst person I ever came across. Yeah, because I don't think he liked me. Yeah, but nowadays we talk. He chats me.
Okay.
And then as another one who was like the best person I ever worked with.
Wow.
Because when I used to run to him, I'm like, I don't think this guy likes me. So funny enough, nowadays I go through the same situation.
Where now you're the boss,
people
and now guys are coming to you.
Yeah. So after that, I moved to banking. I moved to Equity Bank. I don't know where they got my name from, because it was.
Did you apply for the job?
Never.
Never.
Oh, for the record, as I sit here, I have never applied for any job and got it. All the jobs I've applied, I never got it. All my career, I've never applied for a job.
So how have you been getting the ones, like, for example, that internship?
Nation picked me from Strathmore.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then
Equity found you from somewhere.
From Nation.
But I'm curious about this boss who you said was the best thing that ever happened to you, because most people watching will say that when you have a horrible boss, it's like, oh my God, now I need to leave this job, I'm tired. But you say that it was a blessing in disguise. Tell me about that.
Because I worked so hard to show him that I know. So I spent a lot of time reading and stuff like that.
Just to prove to him?
Because I was not a marketer. I was straight from class. I'm being told to write marketing plans for radio, being sent to do some things.
And all the time he's giving you a hard time.
Yeah, and but I thank him for that and stuff like that. Okay. So after that, I learned a lot. And to date, I said, I usually say, is everything I don't want to be.
So you got into equity. How long were you at equity for?
3 years.
3 years?
Yes.
Doing what?
I was in product. Started work for all the big card products. Learned a lot because now this is a big organization.
Huge organization, lots of staff.
A lot of staff.
Yeah.
You have a team. A lot matrix. A lot of matrix because you work across different departments.
And then after that, where
arguably one of the best moments of my career. Bought my best car through them.
Oh, because the money was good, huh? The salary was good.
No, the loans were good. And then after that, I moved to a supermarket. I told you I was ready for directorship. So when they told me, come build the dreams, I joined Tuskies. And I learned a lot at that point. And it was a family business.
You were a director there?
Yes, marketing director.
Okay, marketing director, nice.
Yeah.
How long were you there for?
For 5 months.
For 5 months. I'm not going to ask what happened, why, unless you...
No, it was. I don't regret it because you see and that's what I wish people could understand. Like the good, I've talked about the negative part,
right?
And learning out of negativity is better than positivity because see, positive success blinds. There's no. I hate using success as a teacher.
I love that. In fact, on that note, I want us to take a break. Come back. We're going to catch a little bit more about his story. So many good, positive nuggets of wisdom from Spencer's story. Welcome back to Top Job. I have been hosted and had an amazing conversation and continuing to have the conversation with the MD of Betlion, the newest entrant in the betting space in Kenya, Spencer Okach. That was a fantastic meal. Thank you so much. And clearly your hospitality knows no bounds because apparently while we were eating, we were joined by a very close friend of yours. In fact, I want to find out now, in all of this, where are you finding time to have a family and have another life, have a life basically outside of your career? So tell me a little bit about that.
One, I never drink or smoke, so I don't go out that much. If I work in 4 countries, so anytime I'm here, I'm always at home. Like higher chances is that you'll find me in the house, seated with the 3 of them here on the floor. In fact, we're going to chat to your wife because after she's hooked us up like this, I need to ask her about you. But before I get to her, I want to ask Sio. Welcome, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
This guy is like a powerhouse, waking up at 4 a.m., running this huge company. Tell me a little bit about how you know Spencer.
Yeah, I mean to answer your question, in hindsight, I mean it was pretty clear that he would be a successful person at an early age. He's always someone who dared to dream and was very resilient. But 13, 14 years ago, I mean, I wouldn't have guessed any of my friends.
Is that how long you guys have known each other?
Yeah, that's how long we've known each other.
That was what? High school?
No.
Campus?
That was our first year in uni. So we're both in Strathmore. We're studying BCom. So I sat behind Spencer. So Spencer was that guy in class who would give me notes when I missed a class. And I hope my mom is not watching. So for about a month and a half, I'd come to Spencer, like, could you please give me notes? What was the assignment? When is it due? So he was the guy who would always give me that information. We formed a very good friendship throughout university. We collaborated in a number of things. We started a company together. It was called Target. We were 4 of us.
Is this the one?
Yeah.
That's the one, right? He was part of it? Yeah? Is he the one who remained?
No.
He bounced?
I was So I was the non-creative.
Right.
So I was the finance guy, and pretty much still am the finance guy.
Okay.
So we collaborated on a number of things, and at the same time, we were rivals. So during our 3rd and 4th year, we were both the presidents of the biggest clubs in Strathmore. So I was the president of ISEC. He was the president of Drumsock. So Drumsock is a drama society. I mean, it's a drama club. I don't know whether I'm berating
Are you an
by
actor?
calling it that.
Perfection.
Are you a thespian?
I'll make sure I get you the clips. I have the clips.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
This guy can act?
He can act.
Okay.
He can act. Actually, it's very interesting. We were rivals because we competed for the same awards. We competed for the same high caliber sort of potential to join the clubs. But then at some point, he actually got me to join a play. So I auditioned. I managed to become one of the lead actors. And unfortunately, I didn't see that through. And through that experience, I got a whole new respect for Spencer, because I was like, this guy works hard, this guy plays hard, but still has time to memorize all these lines. You know? So that's just a bit about my history with Spencer, at least during our time.
Sio, if you could choose one word to describe Spencer, what would it be?
I would say he's resilient.
Resilient.
Very resilient. You know, he's had a lot of big dreams.
Have you seen him in some tough situation?
I've seen him in a number of tough situations, and he's a man with thick skin, you know, and a man who doesn't get his eye off the ball.
Well, you guys obviously are an inspiration to guys who are looking to make it. It's always good to have that guy who you can ride with. They call it ride or die these days. I don't know. That's a saying. But you know, I want to chat to the real person in charge, because you know, as far as I'm concerned, your wife is always going to be in charge. Yeah. So I want to bring in your wife, if that's okay, and just ask her a couple of questions.
All right.
So can I?
Sure.
Yeah. Well, this interview could not be complete until I found out who was behind the man. Isabel, thank you so much for allowing me to speak to you about Spencer. And you know, I couldn't ask him some of the questions about, you know, personal life, but maybe I can ask you. How did you guys meet? Okay,
we met on a Tuesday night.
You even remember the day?
Yes.
On a Tuesday night?
Yes.
Lovely.
Because it was Terrific Tuesday. And we'd both gone for pizza at the same time. So I can't forget it because of it. I know we had both gone for pizza.
So let me ask you, so you met at the pizza place, or did you know each other from before?
We have never met before.
You had never met before?
Yes.
So you met at the pizza place. Continue.
We met at at a Pizza Inn. And from we struck conversation on a very random note, because he just said hi to me.
He stepped up to you and he was like, "Hey."
Yeah. And from then, he actually came and sat at our table, because I was with a friend of mine.
Okay.
And from then, let's just say everything else is history.
No. Everything else is not history. I want to hear about this pizza story. Like, what was his line after hi? I'm curious.
It was like 11 p.m., so it was quite late, going towards midnight. So we went back to get the pizza. Then he's like, "You're not having anything to drink with that?" And then I was like, "No, I just want something to eat as I'm heading home." So he went and brought me soda.
Smooth.
And then he was like, we ate together at the same table, and for some reason we couldn't stop talking to each other, considering we're strangers.
And now your friend?
She was just there.
You straight third-wheeled her. Well done, Isabel.
And so as he's leaving, he's like, so we found out we both live around the same area. And as he's leaving, he asked me for my number. So, and then he left. He left us there with my friend. So when he got home, he texted me and told me to tell him when I get home.
Gentleman.
So I was like, okay.
He cares.
So after that, when I got home, I texted him. Then he was like, "Oh, okay, I'm happy." Then I'm like, "Oh, okay." So that's how, and from that day, we've never not spoken even for a day. Wow. Yeah.
How is he as a father, and you know, outside of, you know, Spencer, the career guy?
There's the Spencer that guys know out there.
Yeah.
There's Spencer Okach, where he's the MD. He's attained excellent things at his age. But when he comes home, he's really good with the kids. He's gentle. He's like a father. anything you'd ever imagine a father would be.
Right.
Like when you need him to be authoritative, he's authoritative with them. When you need to see the gentle side of him with the kids, he's like the kids will actually run to him to tell him anything, like
Right.
how their day was, or even when they want to ask for something, they prefer asking him.
Okay.
Yeah.
And yourself, what keeps you busy?
Okay, I've studied BCom finance.
Okay.
I was a banker for some time. I've worked in the hotel industry in Sarova. I've worked in FKE, and currently...
That's the Federation of Kenya Employers, right?
Yes.
Right.
And currently we've started an NGO.
Oh, okay.
Yes, with some people, some like-minded people that I know, and it's going well.
And I want to assume that it's easy to live with Spencer.
I live with my best friend, so
Oh, that's
it's
nice.
okay.
What are some of his hobbies? How does he spend his downtime?
Spencer loves playing PS.
PlayStation.
Yes.
What's his favorite game?
FIFA.
Yeah, I told him I'm useless. I agreed to play football with him and his team, but I told him FIFA, just count me out.
He's great at it, and even his friend comes over.
Yeah.
They play. He likes listening to music.
Any particular type?
No.
Yeah, everything.
Everything. Like he's quite an open-minded person, and as long as he says, as long as the song is good.
Well, Isabel, whatever music you guys are making together, it's definitely sounding good, and I wish you nothing but the best. You're a wonderful couple. Thank you for inviting us and for the lovely meal.
Thank you for coming. We've enjoyed having you here, and we look forward to more interactions.
Asante sana.
Okay.
All the best. Knowing how to work with people and being resilient, those are some wonderful life lessons from Spencer Okach, MD of Betlion. Thank you so much for watching Top Job with me, Mwenesi Musalia. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, because I certainly have. Remember, it's all about power moves over.